What is going on, everybody? It's Anthony Morello from Morello Sports, and today we're going to be talking. Do the New York Knicks have enough to contend for a championship, maybe to even win a championship, or are they going to just get eliminated in the first round or not even make the playoffs? Maybe they're a playing team. What is their ceiling? What's their floor? That's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm joined today by Tim Katz. He's been on this
Oh,
before.
pleasure to be back. My last video we did, that was a lot of fun, but I don't think our predictions were that good.
Yeah, we got one team in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, okay.
I
So
think that's all right.
that I'll take that, but I already know that today our predictions are going to be much better.
Yeah, let's hope. So the New York Knicks yesterday, well, they've lost three in a row. I mean, I don't know if you can really judge them by the recent struggles because of the injuries they have, but Mitchell Robinson's going to be hurt for the rest of the year because he's always hurt. Um, but yesterday, I mean, they did get screwed over by a horrible and abysmal call by the referee. Absolutely horrible,
Horrendous.
absolutely call by
Horrendous.
the ref. I mean, that's something that I don't think anyone will be arguing that was an absolutely horrible call by Jason Goble, whatever the guy's name is.
I don't even want to think about it. That was a terrible game. I saw a stat this morning that the Rockets had 21 more free
Yeah, it
throws.
was
So the
33 to
Knicks,
12.
yeah. And the
Um,
Knicks had more points in the paint. So,
yeah. Now I'm a Nets fan, so I'm not going to know as much about the Knicks as Knicks fans, but I mean, I guess I'm qualified to talk about this. So I'm going to move the screen down. So you can see they went on a nice winning streak here. There's a lot of W's on the left side of the
yeah.
screen here.
You want to talk about the win streak a little bit?
And what made them good during the win streak is they were healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah,
everyone.
I think that the turning point happened was when I started watching all the games, the OG Anunoby trade, right? The
Yeah.
Knicks, they were pretty horrendous, right? They were like 17 and 17 around there, like just getting to close to 500. They get that OG trade and you get rid of Barrett, who I think was good to get him
Yeah,
away.
I
Get rid
think
of Quickly. Quickly was okay, but you need something fresh, right? OG, what he brought the defense. He brought the three-point shooting. That's what the Knicks needed. He gave them that momentum. Now it's starting to fall off because he's out for 3 weeks with his elbow. We have Randall, who's also out for an extended period of time. But I think another big player who doesn't really get the credit he deserves is our Isaiah Hardenstein. He's been one of the greatest bigs that we've seen in the league right now with Joel out. He's getting double doubles like it's easy. He's getting 20 rebounds a game, like with blocks, rebounds, like just his presence in the paint is giving the Knicks like that good replacement, and he's stepping into that Mitchell Robinson role even better than what anyone predicted.
yeah. Well, now he did something to his Achilles.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. It seems like that's a reoccurring injury.
Exactly. So
Um,
you can't blame the Knicks
yeah.
for their, three
So
losses in a
I don't
row.
think I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to judge them for their recent struggles just for the fact that they have half the team out. I mean, you
Mhm.
really can't.
Can't
So
say anything.
you see a lot of W's here. I remember that there was a close game against the Mavericks. They lost against the Mavericks, then the Magic. They've lost these two games. Then they won the big winning streak. This was their peak right here, that 122 to 84 winning against the
Yeah.
Nuggets. I remember Saturday. It was that Saturday against the Key. So many people hyped up for that game. They win that game, but at what cost? They lost two of their starters. Julius Randle blew his shoulder out, and OG Anunoby dapped up Frank Fleming, and then he hurt his elbow. So I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what happened there,
Yeah.
but it's
It's
just
tough. But I think, all this shows just how elite Brunson is.
yeah,
He's able to keep it close with all these people around him. He always got the hate that he was overpaid. He's a shooting guard, all stuff like
definitely not
that.
overpaid now. He's definitely
Yeah,
underpaid.
he's
Let's just
he's
say,
well worth it. He
definitely, yeah,
he's an all-star starter snub, if you ask me. I think he deserved that. You could see what he did to this
yeah.
team, and from last year to this year, it was just amazing what he's been able to do. His stats, what he puts up, like 30 points, like it's easy. I think that Brunson is really he cemented himself as an elite level player, and I'm looking forward to see what he's going to be able to do in the future, hopefully as a New York Knick.
He will be an all time Nick. I feel like. We'll be seeing him with a New York Knicks jersey for a while. He's just a guy that can withhold New York City,
Hmm.
play in that environment. So the 33 and 21, I don't know what they're going to do about tomorrow because DiVincenzo hurt himself also. Everyone's hurt, seems like. So I don't know if they're just going to, I doubt they're going to win tomorrow. Maybe they will. So that will make
I don't. I
that'll
don't
make
think
them at 33 and 22 if they lose because I don't think DiVincenzo's going to play. I don't think they're going to play Hartenstein when he's, I guess, hurt with the
Yeah,
last
is what
All-Star.
happened to Devo? Do we know his injury?
He's something with his hamstring. We could start. We can tap on him. Let's see what happened to him.
Yeah, day to day.
Hamstring played well. I guess it's decent. Played
All
fine,
right.
and then yeah, right hamstring injury. So I doubt he's gonna play tomorrow. Maybe at least you could see what Bojan and Burks, I guess, can do tomorrow.
Yeah. What do you think about that trade, Morello? What do you
So
think?
the trade was Burks and Bogdanovich for Grimes, Fournier, Ryan Arcidiacono,
And Flynn.
and Malachi Flynn, and then some second round pick or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, second
I
round.
think it's a bargain. I think that's I think it's highway robbery. I mean, I guess
Yeah, I
just
agree.
trying to dump salary or something, but the only player there that really entices me is Quentin Grimes, and he's nowhere even. I don't even know if he's better than Alec Burks. Even maybe he is.
He might have the ceiling might be higher, but the Knicks need to win now.
Knicks need to win now.
Yeah, the
Grimes is
Pistons.
already
Yeah,
pissed off about his role. And Bojan Bogdanovic, he's not going to average 20 points for the Knicks, or I doubt he is, unless starting. I think he's a solid 15, 16 a night.
I mean, he's a reliable guy. If you need points, and that's what the Knicks have. That's what happens to the Knicks a lot. They go on these runs where like they just can't get something going. I think he could be the spark that allows the team to catch on fire and persevere through these close games.
Because he's definitely going to be on the bench
Yeah.
once
Oh yeah, for sure.
everyone comes back. Sorry, brain freeze.
So, what do you think about the Knicks' future when it comes to the playoffs? Do you think a healthy Knicks could beat the Celtics?
Now they match up. They match up. They don't match up as bad as most people think they do. I don't think it's that bad. Now the Celtics, you could argue all five of their starting lineup are basically all stars. You could definitely argue it.
Yeah.
You got Drew Holiday at the one, Derek White up at the two, Jalen Brown at the three, Tatum at the four, and Zingas Pingus at the five.
Tingus Pingus.
So that is a very solid lineup, and I definitely think they have a better starting lineup than the Knicks. But I do think the Knicks have more depth than them. I do think
I agree.
totally get they got Peyton Pritchard. I know they got Sam Hauser, they got Luke Cornett, Xavier Tillman, all those guys. I still think though, with Deuce McBride, Alec Burks,
Yeah,
Bojan
Precious
Bogdanovic.
Achua.
I guess you could say Josh Hart. I don't think he's not going to start. No,
He's off the bench. Josh Hart, he's kind of like he
I
brings a
do
lot
think
to
they have
this
the
team.
better depth, and a lot of times, I don't think Thibodeau's going to run. I don't know how deep he's going to go in the playoffs, and that's my only thing about you say, oh, you have all this depth. I don't know how many guys Thibodeau's going to run the playoffs. Maybe it's 7 or 8. I doubt he's going to go 9 or 10. Do you think Miles McBride's be getting minutes in the playoffs? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, Josh Hart's being called on to
Maybe.
play 40 minutes now. I think he's going to be playing 15 to 20. I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to want Brunson. You're going to want Randall on the floor. You're going to want Anunoby. Anunoby's probably going to be playing 42, 43 minutes a game come playoff
Yep.
time because you need that lockdown defender. Because, you match up against the Cavs. You match up against the Cavs. You got to guard Donovan Mitchell. You match up against the Celtics. You got to guard Jason Tatum. You got to guard all those other guys they got. You got to have someone to guard Giannis. Who's that guy? OG Anunoby. You're going to want a lot of these
Yeah.
guys on the floor. Randall, a big presence. He's 6'9", 250 pounds. You're going to want him on the floor also. So even though they have more depth, will the depth be used? I'm not sure.
Yeah. You bring up a good point there. You bring up a very good point. And I think that's gonna happen. That will be determined on like a game-to-game basis.
Yeah.
Team
And
to
if
team.
Thibodeau's already reluctant to take out starters and stuff, he's already reluctant to do all that stuff. I mean,
But I think someone that you mentioned who we haven't really talked about a lot is Josh Hart. His points per game might not be, the greatest thing we've ever seen, but
He
his
he could drop a
rebounds,
triple double
assists,
any night though.
yeah, exactly. You know, he's more of a team player, and I think he's great when it comes to the Knicks, what they need, the city. I just think he's a
Absolutely.
great fit.
Absolutely. And he's a cultured guy since Brunson and him went to Villanova.
The Villanova Knicks.
I pulled the whiteboard up now
Okay.
just to so come playoff time, you're gonna get Brunson at the one. Dante DiVincenzo with the two, you think?
Yeah, 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 of course.
And
OG.
I definitely spelled his name wrong.
Just put OG. OG.
That's good enough.
Randall.
Randall. It's either gonna be Mitch
Is
Driver.
Robinson gonna be back?
I think so. Because his timeline was reevaluated in 8 to 10 weeks. It's been like
Yeah.
9 weeks.
So
That's their starting lineup right there.
if Mitchell Robinson can come back, his minutes are gonna be as much, but
And this is their depth here. Like it's Mickey McBride,
Burks,
Burks.
Bojan.
Typing right now. I'm typing over the microphones. That's why it's goes on. Will they run nine?
You have Precious Achua, who's
And you
been
have
playing a
Preston.
lot recently.
I doubt they're running 10 deep. I don't
I
think
don't. I mean, and think about it. It's 11 if you have Robinson and Hart back.
Oh, you're right. There's no way they're gonna be running 11 deep. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, when it comes to the playoffs, you want your best players to play. And
I agree.
the thing about the next round now, they have a lot of good players, but they're good players.
All of these guys on the top right here, they're gonna be playing 35 plus minutes a game. I mean,
Really.
I don't even think McBride's gonna even touch the floor really.
I mean, he got that nice contract extension, but I just don't think he's cemented himself as like the seventh option, honestly, if you're looking at this list.
I think if you run 7, you gotta have Hart in the lineup though.
Yeah, Hart's definitely. I think
I think they run
Bojan or
8.
Burks
They're gonna run
be above him.
8 deep. But again, who knows if they're even gonna be fully healthy come playoff
Yeah,
time. Probably
exactly.
probably get something with his leg again or whatever the hell's going on with him.
That's why it's good for them because you never know injuries. If one of those top guys or middle guys gets hurt, you still have the other people on the list. So, you know, whatever happens,
Crazy
they'll
part
be
here is
prepared.
literally all 5 of these guys on the top have been hurt, or all 6 of these guys on the top have been hurt over
Yeah.
the last 2 weeks. They've gotten hurt or been out.
Mhm.
Last 2 weeks. All these guys at the top. And this is basically the lineup tomorrow.
Yeah.
I
Pretty
guess
much.
I guess you could kind of say like fatigue or something. Like, why are these guys getting hurt so much? I mean, they're playing more.
I think it's because, like you were saying before, like Tibbs is playing his starters a lot. When you're playing a lot and you're playing in these close games, as we saw when you pulled up like the record, like it's gonna get chippy. It's gonna get, you got to put all your body on the line sometimes, and maybe that gets in the way. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
This was yesterday. I was just getting the game on real. I'm just trying to get this off the screen. What's going on? Oh, it's paused. My bad. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, we'll just pull it up. You see the screen?
yep.
You see this? All right. We'll put up the standings here. So the landscape to
Okay,
the
yeah,
East right now. I'm gonna guess the Celtics gonna be the 1 seed. I don't
yeah,
think there's any question about that. Now, the next 3 seeds, I think, can go either way. I think
yeah, yeah. That's true.
it could go either way. But the Knicks got to start. Even if guys come back, they can't just keep losing. I mean, they got to start winning games. I don't think they're gonna get lower than the 5th seed. Look at the standing
Yeah,
seed,
yeah. I think the Sixers without
but
Joel is
home court advantage at MSG is bigger than most places.
oh yeah.
So they definitely want to get the 2 seed if possible.
And you could see like the energy when you're watching the games or you're at the games, like it's different and it gets to other players' heads too.
Yeah,
So MSG is you're gonna want to play there.
yeah. I don't think the Magic are a threat. I mean, who's really a threat to the Knicks here? The Celtics, I would say.
The Celtics, I mean, we've seen in the last two times just gonna bring this up. The last two times the Pacers played the Knicks, they did beat them. I think what the Pacers have been able to do with Halliburton playing the way he is, you have Obi Toppin who's been playing good. You never know. But when it comes to a 7 game series, I feel like the only team that could really come in for 4 games and beat the Knicks could possibly be the Celtics. That's what I think.
I think they won home court over the Bucks. I mean, the Cavs are the 2 seed, but no Knicks fans gonna say they're better than the Knicks because they beat him last year.
Yep.
I don't think the Sixers are a threat after the first round.
No.
I think the Knicks will take care of business there. The Magic are not a threat.
Not at all.
Are the Heat a threat?
I think one of our friends would disagree, but the Knicks are a
I
better
think you
team.
got to say they are.
When you pulled up our 11 people there, they're beating the Heat.
Yeah. And
Well, let's look at the least of the East right now. The Detroit Pistons. What went wrong? What went wrong?
I didn't realize the Wizards are doing that bad. The West, we'll talk about the West in other videos. I mean, last year, let's just look at last year
Yeah.
here. Crazy enough that the
The
Nets are the
Brooklyn
sixth seed.
Nets.
Funny as hell.
Yeah, so
That's the 6th seed.
you're seeing the first 5 teams look very familiar. That's all I'm gonna say. And
It's the same
the
five
Knicks
teams that are
the Knicks are a different team from last
right
year.
now. Yeah,
Very different team. Hornstein's playing even better, playing out of his mind.
yeah.
You have OG, you have Burks, you have Bojan. You're a different team. And I don't think that these other teams are really ready or aware for a fully healthy Knicks team. And I think they could go a long way. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, uh, they'll go far.
Yeah. I mean, last year you got the Hawks. I don't think they're really a threat. They're the 7th seed here.
Yeah.
The Heat are the same spot they were last year, this year, and they made it to the finals.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Excuse me. It's crazy. Honestly, that the Heat were all the way down here, and all these teams above them got eliminated. It's honestly crazy, but
That's at
that's
the end of
basketball.
the day, you
I
never
mean,
know.
part of it's the Bucks got bounced in the first round.
Yeah, that's true.
But
But that's what shows you never know. You never know.
honestly, it's like that's actually crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think the Knicks could definitely make a run this year. I think they're capable of making a run this year. I think how many games they take the Heat to? 6 last year, or
Ye-
5?
Yeah. I think it was 6.
Yeah, I think it was 6 also. I think this year they could definitely. I think they definitely could make it to the conference finals. Now, if they win the conference final, that's a different story because they're probably going to match against the Celtics. I mean, if you go the playoff bracket now, one plays 8. I'm gonna guess the Heat beat the Pacers in the first round of the play-in, just because that's how the Heat are. Didn't the Heat lose their first playing game last year? Or am I tripping?
I feel like they did. I feel like you're
I feel
right.
like they did. Oh yeah, they did because the Heat would be the 7th seed if they won.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe they'll lose against the Pacers. Heat versus Celtics.
This is just a lot of stuff. I
Now,
don't know.
home court, the Knicks really want to get this top 2 seed. They do
Mhm.
not want to say a 4 because having home court against the Cavs and the Bucks can definitely be big.
I
So
mean,
they can
honestly,
win games.
yeah, I think the Knicks' chances at the 1 seed are pretty much gone at this point. The Celtics are probably gonna run away with it, but you're only how many 3 games behind the
You definitely
Cavs.
got to get past the Bucks.
Yeah, you
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 definitely
have
got to.
to.
You definitely got to get past the Bucks.
If they go on that streak, you saw the Knicks in January.
They
What
got
they
to do
won,
that.
13
They got to
games.
do that again.
13. Was it 13 games they won in January?
Something like that. Yeah.
Like that was an insane run. You have the All-Star break coming up. You get to
And the All Star
get
break is
healthy.
so needed for the Knicks.
Yeah, you get healthy. Um, you work on that. You come back. You're all fresh. You're ready. The chemistry is built up from those
They got
blue
they
shots.
got to win. How many more games do they have? 32 to 55. It's around 27 more games
Yeah,
around,
yeah, yeah,
something around that
yeah.
after tomorrow's game. I
Mhm.
think they got to win 17 at least,
Yeah.
17 and 10 or something like that. I think that could definitely get them a top four seed if they win 20 games. If they actually go 20 and 7, I think that can really bolster their
It
chance.
seems like it's asking a lot, but from what we've seen the Knicks in the past month and a half, that might not be as tough of a task.
It could definitely happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's basketball though. No one expected the Bucks to beat the Heat last year in the first round. I'll tell you that,
Yeah,
and they did. I mean,
you're
you
right. It's
know,
basketball. It's basketball.
right now they were matching with the 76ers. First round 76ers is not something you want to face. If you're being honest,
Yeah.
just what you want to get them in the second round when Embiid chokes. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else we're here to talk. Anything else we need to talk about here?
I mean, I think we covered everything. As I said before, I'm excited to see where the Knicks end up. We might have to make a video for the, NBA playoff bracket. But yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
definitely. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right.
All right. That is it for the video. Like, subscribe. Let's get to 100 subscribers.
Oh.
And let me get this up. All right. Peace.